Hello and welcome everyone. Today in this video we are going to solve Google coding or interview question, and the question is find sum of different corresponding bits of all pairs. Okay, so first of all let's understand what the question is. Okay, so in this question we will be given an array of integers, and what we have to do is we have to make all possible pairs, and for each pair we have to calculate the difference of corresponding bits. Okay, so suppose, and finally we have to return the sum of it. Okay, so let's see for this example. Okay, so suppose first pair is 1 comma 1. So for 1 comma 1 we have to check in binary representation of 1 and 1 how many of bits are different. So for same number there will be 0 different bits. So here we have 0 for 1 comma 1, and for 1 comma 3, so this is binary representation of 1 and this is binary representation of 3. So this bit is same, this is also same, but this bit is different, so our answer will be 1. Okay, so like this. Okay, let's see for one more pair, and for 3 comma 5. Okay, so for 3 comma 5 this bit is same, but this one is different and this one is also different, so our answer for this f 3 comma 5 will be 2. So basically for this question what we have to do is we have to make all possible pairs, and we have to calculate different corresponding bits sum and return that finally. Okay, so most of you guys are thinking that this can be easily done by making can be done in O of n square time complexity by just making all possible pairs and checking the different corresponding bits in O constant time. Okay, but what we are going to do is we are going to solve this in linear time complexity. Okay, so for solving it in linear time complexity, what we are going to do is instead of calculating all possible pairs, okay, so if we are calculating all possible pairs, then our time complexity will be O n square. So we have to leave that and we have to think for another solution. So what we can do is basically every integer will be having size of 32 in its binary representation, because an integer is 2 raised to the power 32. Okay, so let's check for this example. For this array we have 1, 3 and 5, and these are their binary representation of 1, 3 and 5 respectively. So what we can do is we can check how many of them are having own bit for each bit from 1 to 32. Suppose this is 1, 2 raised to the power 0, then 2 raised to the power 1, and so on. Will be having till 2 raised to the power 31. There will be 32 bits. Okay, so for this bit we'll see for each element number of own bits. So number of own bits will be 3, and for second bit we have number of own bit as 1. Okay, so after calculating this, what we can do is now we have number of own bits. So for our answer what we can do is we can multiply this number of own bits to total numbers minus number of own bits into 2. Okay, so that will give the answer all possible pairs for a particular bit. Okay, and for all 32 if we do the same we can get our final answer. Okay, so our answer will be here 2 will be 2 into 1 into 3 minus 1. So 1 is our own bit, 3 minus 1 is off bit. So all possible pair 1 into 3 minus 1 into 2, because what we'll have 5 comma 3 will also have the same answer as 3 comma 5. Basically we are just writing 3 and 5, we are just swapping their position. So here we have a factor of 2 for all possible pair, and by doing this our final answer will be same as our required answer. Okay, so basically this was the logic for linear time complexity. Okay, so now we'll move to coding part. First of all, what we are having here is there will be t test cases. So I am taking t as input, and then I am taking n as input, the size of our array, and then I am storing our array in a vector v. Okay, and I have made an function counter. In this counter we will be writing our logic for this program, and finally I am returning our answer. Okay, so let's write the logic code for our answer. Okay, so in our counter function, first of all what we'll make, we'll have a long answer which is 0. Okay, then I'll make a for loop from 0 to I less than 32 for checking all 32 bits. Okay, then we'll have a variable on bit in which we'll store the number of on bits, and ll check bit okay. So what is this? This is basically left shift of 1 I times, and this is also equals to 1 multiplying by power of 2 I times. Okay, so if I am writing like this, 1 left shift by 2, so suppose if our initial was this, and after applying this condition what we'll have, we'll shift this by 2, 1 and 2, this bit by 2, so our final answer will be 1 0 and 0, which is also equals to multiplying 1 by 2 raised to the power 2, which is 4. So this is 4. Okay, so this was left shift. Okay, this I'll be using bit end with I for each element of our given vector, and I'll do bit end with this to check if the particular bit is on or not. Okay, so now I'll recurse for my on my vector. So int j equals to 0 and j is less than size j plus plus if my check bit and bit end with v of j. If it's 1, then that means our on bit is there and we'll increment it, and finally what we are going to do it, we are going to add it in our answer. Okay, with 2 into our on bit into size minus on bit, and it is mentioned in our question, if our answer becomes greater than 10 raised to the power 9 plus 7, then we have to return remainder with it. So basically I have defined 10 raised to the power 9 plus 7 as mod, so I'll take modulo with it, and okay, and finally we are going to return answer. Okay, so this was our code. Okay, on bit cannot be used as a function. Okay, so I have missed a okay. So okay, it is submitted. So guys, this was Google interview question. Find sum of different corresponding bits for all pairs. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Okay, let's meet in the new video. Bye.